I asked AI to create a Paladins Champion with a kit and role for me, and this is how it turned out. The AI decided for the name Kaida and the title The Dragon Tamer. For the name, I'm not sure if I was just unfortunate or the name creation process behind this is very limited, because I also created a character for a different game and it also took the same name and the same theme for this character, so I don't know if I was just unfortunate or if this name is chosen a lot for things like this. Anyway, the role for this champion is damage, and there's even a little lore. Kaida is a skilled warrior from a distant land, trained in the art of dragon taming. She has traveled to the realm of Paladins seeking to test her skills and prove herself as a champion. Her abilities. Her primary fire is called Dragon Fire Blaster. Kaida's primary weapon is a powerful blaster that fires streams of dragon fire, dealing moderate damage at a medium range. Her secondary fire is called Flame Breath. Kaida can unleash a short-range blast of dragon fire, dealing high damage in a cone in front of her. Her first ability is called Dragon's Roar. Kaida can let out a mighty roar that stuns and damages enemies in front of her. Her second ability is called Dragon's Flight. Kaida can temporarily sprout dragon wings and fly for a short time, allowing her to gain altitude and escape danger. And her ultimate is called Dragon's Fury. Kaida unleashes the full power of her dragon, transforming into a giant dragon that deals massive area of effect damage and leaves a trail of fire behind her as she flies around the battlefield. These are quite interesting abilities. Of course there are no damage numbers, no stun, like duration for stuns, but this is actually quite interesting. Her playstyle. Kaida is a damage dealer who excels at mid-range combat. Her primary fire is effective at medium range, while her secondary fire allows her to deal high burst damage up close. Dragon's Roar is useful for stunning enemies and setting them up for a follow-up attack, while Dragon's Flight provides her with mobility and escape options. Kaida's ultimate, Dragon's Fury, is a devastating ability that can turn the tide of a battle if used correctly. It deals massive damage and allows her to fly around the battlefield, leaving a trail of fire in her wake. Overall, Kaida is a versatile damage champion with strong area of effect damage and crowd control abilities. She requires good positioning and timing to use her abilities effectively, but in the right hands, she can be a formidable force on the battlefield. So this is her default kit and her playstyle. Now onto her talents. Her first talent is called Roar of the Dragon. Dragon's Roar now deals damage over time and applies a debuff to enemies hit, causing them to take increased damage from Kaida's attacks for a short time. Her second talent is called Wings of Flame. Dragon's Flight now leaves a trail of fire behind Kaida, dealing damage over time to enemies who stand in it. Additionally, Kaida's Flame Breath ability now leaves a pool of fire on the ground that damages enemies over time. So this is a talent which buffs two playstyles or two abilities, which is interesting. And her third talent is called Dragon Fire Mastery. Kaida's Dragon Fire Blaster now deals increased damage and has a faster fire rate, but also has increased recoil and decreased accuracy. Additionally, Kaida's Flame Breath ability now has a longer range and a narrower cone, allowing her to deal high damage at medium range. And now onto her loadout cards. The first set of loadout cards are for her armor and weapon. First card is called Dragon Fire Control. Gain increased accuracy and reduced recoil on Kaida's Dragon Fire Blaster. Her second card is called Dragon Fire Mastery. Increase Kaida's reload speed and maximum ammo capacity for her Dragon Fire Blaster. Her third card is called Blazing Reflexes. Gain increased movement speed and reduce cooldowns for Kaida's abilities when she is on fire. And the last card of the set is Dragon's Endurance. Increase Kaida's maximum health and healing received when she is on fire. So you could see this kinda as a passive with the thing of her being on fire. There's no such system implemented in Paladins with being on fire like there was in Overwatch 1. But there are kill streaks in Paladins. And I don't know, let's say if she has 5 or 10 kills, she is on fire and gains these additional effects from these cards. Which could be interesting. You could see these kinda like this on fire thing kinda as a passive. Which is interesting. The next set of cards is for her Dragon's Roar. First card is called Terrifying Roar. Increase the duration of the stun effect from Dragon's Roar. Second card is called Roaring Heat. Increase the damage and duration of the fire damage over time effect from Drank's Roar. The third card is called Roar of Fury. Reduce the cooldown of Drank's Roar. And the fourth card is called Roaring Impact. Increase the area of effect and knockback from Drank's Roar. So there are quite a few effects that were not mentioned in the ability description itself, but maybe if I ask for a more in detail description for these abilities, it would have said that this ability also knocks enemies back or deals damage over time. So I don't know, maybe this just adds a knockback effect. We can look at it in this way, like it adds a knockback effect to this ability with this card. The next set of cards is for her Flame Breath. First card is called Intense Heat. Increase the damage of Flame Breath. The second card is called Burning Ashes. Increase the area of effect and duration of the fire damage over time effect from Flame Breath. The third card is called Fiery Tempest. Reduce the cooldown of Flame Breath. And the last card is called Fiery Range. Increase the range and accuracy of Flame Breath. I don't know, I think you have to look at it this way, that it is not that broad anymore, this cone. It's narrower and has a longer range. I think you have to imagine this under accuracy, but yeah. And the last set of cards is for Dragon's Flight. First card is called the Winged Fury. Increase the duration and speed of Dragon's Flight. The second card is called Dragon's Reach. Increase the distance Kaida can travel with Dragon's Flight. The third card is called Dragon's Agility. Reduce the cooldown of Dragon's Flight. And the last card is called Dragon's Dive. Increase the damage and knockback of the landing impact from Dragon's Flight. So there are two new effects, or like there's one new effect again added with a Loadout card. Which is also interesting, like a knockback when she lands, like when she transforms from a dragon back to whatever she normally is. There are even Loadout cards for her ultimate, but well, there are no ultimate Loadout cards in Paladins, but I'll still read them to you because I think this is quite interesting. First card of her ultimate Loadout cards is called Dragon's Blaze. Increase the duration and damage of the fire trail left behind Dragon's Fury. The second card is called Dragon's Wrath. Increase the damage and area of effect of Dragon's Fury. The third card wouldn't even be possible, at least when she has a normal old charge system. It would be called Dragon's Flight, and the effect would be reduce the cooldown of Dragon's Fury. And the last card would be Dragon's Roar. Increase the duration of the stun effect from Dragon's Fury. Okay, so this is it for her abilities, talents, and Loadout cards. And I also asked her for a design, like how does she look? Kaida is a dragon-like champion with wings and a long serpentine body. Her scales are red and orange, resembling the flames of fire. She wears a suit of light armor that accentuates her dragon-like features, including a helmet that resembles the head of a dragon. She wields a Dragonfire Blaster, a high-tech firearm that shoots streams of flames. In battle, Kaida moves with agility, using her wings to soar through the air and her flame breath to deal damage to enemies. When using her Dragonflight ability, she transforms into a fiery dragon, leaving a trail of flames behind her as she flies towards a target. Her ultimate ability, Dragon's Fury, unleashes a massive burst of fire that damages enemies in a large area and leaves a trail of fire behind Kaida as she flies away. So this is it for this AI created Paladins Champion. For this concept, which was like, this was no work at all. This was all done in like 2 minutes, and normally when I make a Paladins Champion, a concept for one, it takes multiple months, almost a year, and this was just done in 2 minutes. That's quite interesting. I might do this in the future again, but the next champion concept I'm going to do is one of my own champions. It will take a while still, but yeah, I thought this would be a fun little video, and yeah. So if you enjoyed this video, you can go and watch my own Paladins Champion concepts if you want, like the videos. Playlist is like in the top in the top right corner of your screen. There should be like this playlist shown now. Otherwise, you can go to the playlist on my channel if you want. But this is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching.